Got it. Welcome to week 6 of NF.
Got it.
I'm your host, Midwest Jet. To my right or left, whichever way I'm looking or you're looking, Dames Marvs. Down below, we got Dames and Jas coming in. Welcome back, fellas. What do we think? What about this week? Initial reaction, good week, bad week? Kind of what we thought, I think, but all of us had pretty good records. All of us had pretty good records.
I nailed it this week, bro.
You did, Dames. You nailed it. I think
Love your shades, bro.
What'd you finish for the week? And what's your overall, Dames?
I was 13-3 this week. That brings me up to 45-35.
Wow, 10 over.
Wow. You know what's crazy about this is, Dames, I went 11-5, which brings me up to 45-35. Unbelievable. Jas, we know you started a couple weeks ago.
What do you want, a medal?
Yeah, I do. I want a cookie, actually. Jas, what do you got? I mean, we know you started 2 weeks late. Make sure everybody knows if they're just tuning in for the first time to NFHell. Jas?
2 weeks straight. I missed. 11-5 this week, Jails. I tied you. I thought I was gonna have a good week, and I tied and lost, so I didn't gain any. I am 3 games over 500, so I'm just gonna kind of use that for how I coexist with you guys. But it's 25-22. But I'm just gonna say I'm 3 over.
You know what? Now that we're talking about this, I finished 2 games ahead of you guys this week, and I just want to say that it was the flip of the Indy and Denver game and the flip of the Houston Jacksonville game. Got me over the top.
No way.
Hey,
ain't that
flip
stupid?
worked.
Ain't that
That's
stupid?
fucked up.
The flip worked. All right, let's talk about some injuries or something we got going on this week. Some big news in the NFL. Well, I kind of want to start, maybe not an injury, but just happened a couple nights ago. Devante Adams shoved a reporter. Oh, come on, man. That did Keyshawn? Did they still? Come on, man.
Come on, man. They still do that, I think.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Dumb.
Come on, man. Yeah, that was dumb. It's just like, bro,
It's dumb.
Yeah, dumb. Kind of makes me a little upset. I like Devante. That was that, even though he went to the Raiders, I thought he was a pretty good dude. I mean, maybe he still is. We all have mental errors, but comment down below. Devante Adams, good, bad? What do you think? Or maybe his true colors are coming out in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We forgot to mention. Jas?
I think Jails 1-5, 1-4, whatever they are, came in, thought he was going from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another, and season's a lot of season left, but they better start winning, because frustration now is already that bad. Yeah, he's in Vegas. Watch out, Devante. Get your head on your bud.
And I feel like the extra frustration came in when he thought he had that first down in field goal range, only to have it wiped away. The overturn was a good call. I don't think they should have called it an incompletion. They should have said he caught the ball, but he didn't get both feet down.
Really, do you think he possibly had it possession with one hand immediately, and then he just kind of brought it in and brought it back out? It didn't really look like that one hand move to me, and they called it a catch. So I was thinking he might have a chance, but yeah, that probably added to the fire.
Well, and there was a lot of controversial calls in that game anyway. So
right,
but
right.
Yeah.
Also,
Devante, come on the show, bud. Get on the show, Devante. We'll talk about your NFHell. Pushing a guy. I like it.
Hey, Dames, last week we forgot to mention your guy from your team out for the season. Sad news, running back Christopher.
Rashad Penny is gone. Broken fibia. So that's going to require, I think that's the big bone, right? The tibia is the little bone, fibia is the big bone.
Or vice versa.
Doesn't matter. It's broke. He can't play all year.
Green jacket, gold jacket.
Who gives a shit?
Right. So he's out.
So that puts all the pressure on Walker third, our our stud pick, who did have a 70-yard run in that game, by the way. But
So maybe your offense even gets better.
we shall see. I don't know that it gets better because Penny usually has a 30-yard run every game. I mean, but yeah, it's not good news. Definitely not good news.
Yeah,
And
like we talked.
going on with Al Woods is out. I don't know. Haven't heard anything about him. That's a big boy to be hurt. Who else is hurt?
Well, Tua's still out. Now, again, they already ruled him out this upcoming week.
Bridgewater as well.
There's no news. So, and then Teddy went down against, Sauce. So that what game was that? That was the Jets game.
He's ruled out as well. Yeah, the rookie 7th round rookie quarterback gets another fun game to
another whack at it where he just chucks the ball up and gets pass interference calls all game. Good God, he sucks, dude. I'm telling you right now, the Dolphins are going to get destroyed. I'm calling that one right now. And if I miss that game, the NFL is rigged, dude. I'm telling you, I watched that kid in person. Pathetic. Anyway, let's move on about, the amazing game. The in-person amazing game I was at. We can start going through our week 5 picks. We just talked about our record. We'll start with the Colts, Broncos. Dames, what?
I flipped the script on you guys. You guys both picked Denver, and I'm like, I ain't having it. I went Indy. Yep. That whole game, my asshole was puckered tighter than a snare drum. Pulled it out.
They did, dude. Russell Wilson.
I want to say this though. Fuck you, Richard Sherman. Don't grieve air your grievances on national TV like that. Be a man.
What do you say?
Dude, after the game, he just went off. Basically, you could tell he hates Russell Wilson. He's basically implying that everyone else does too. And maybe that's true, but that's not. You're in a professional analysis role. You don't do that. That was stupid to me.
Yeah, you shouldn't have bias towards your old teammate because you didn't like him.
Yeah.
That's your opinion. That's like your opinion, man. Jess, we took the same. We took the Donkeys. I thought Russell was going to play better. I feel like he did not play better. How about you, Jess? What do you think?
I've just felt like the Colts weren't good at all, and anything better. And Broncos should have handled that at home, I believe, is why that aided in that decision. But Dames with the flip for the win.
Flip for the win. Next game, moving on. My game of the week. I was at the game in New York. Crowd was electric. Jet fans are pumped. This team is up and coming. Destroyed the Dolphins. I picked it. I'm hoping both of you guys were smart enough to pick it.
We did.
Teddy, 2 hands, got knocked out.
He was.
First play of the game, pretty much. Sauce had his first career interception. My birthday weekend. What a time. Loved it.
Yeah.
Harold and Scoot Jr., if you're watching this, thanks for the ticks, bros. Love you guys.
Giants fan.
Okay, well, not Harold.
Oh, Scoot Jr., sorry.
Anyway, we all had the Jets. That was a big win. Go watch the highlights if you haven't. Josh, you're up. Giants, Packers. Ugh.
Of course I picked the Giants. What are we talking about?
Right.
Second half domination is basically what happened. We've been a second half team. We're within 10 points. It's fine. We come out, our defense dominates. We didn't allow any points to Rodgers. We took a safety just to prevent the Hail Mary. So that's their only points in the second half. So we completely dominated them. Saquon was pretty good. Dimes was pretty good, and we're not turning it over. Playing good defense. We're staying in the game. We just got to get to the Eagles and take those guys down.
Thoughts on that, James?
I want to just say that Saquon Barkley is growing on me. He's edging out the other running backs that I had ahead of him. Guy looked like a fucking stud this weekend. And I will say this. Remember when I said I got to pick Green Bay because logically that's what my head tells me. The Giants haven't made me have to pick them yet. But I also said, and this is one of the 3 that I missed, and I said, I want them to win. I want the Giants to win for you. And I'm so glad that Aaron Rodgers flew all the way across the ocean only to lose. I love it. I love it. Nothing makes me more happy. So I'll take that loss and run with it. But congratulations. And also Saquon Barkley.
Thank
Woo, his stock is rising. Maybe his stock was always up, but I mean, wow. That was a
He's
performance.
better than his rookie year, and we know what he did then. So we'll talk about that later as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm down with that too. Ayahuasca. Anyway, next game, we're moving on. Steelers at Bills. Man, I think we were all going around the horses or rallying around the wagons, whatever you want to call it. The Bills, dumb. Dude, Josh Allen threw like a 99-yard touchdown the first play. And then the next time was like a 95. He's just like, zoom, deep ball touchdown. Oh, we're going to throw this one touchdown. Run the ball touchdown. Oh, we're going to do touchdown. It's like 50 billion to nothing, dude. The Steelers
Video game, bro.
sucked. It was a video game. Do you guys both? I mean, Dames, you're shaking your head like, yeah, of course you did. Like, yeah, we all
It
watched.
was 4 touchdowns and 360 some yards in the first half, I believe, or something crazy.
Remember that you said last week, Dames, Steelers, they're a team of the old, not of the new. They are not good. Whew. Wow. All right. Chargers, Browns. I took Chargers. I can't remember what you guys take them to. Yeah. I mean, this game, I don't know. I didn't really watch a whole lot of it. This is probably the one game I was like, who gives a shit? Chubb, I know, had another touchdown or a couple. Like he's a beast. So he's got to be up there with Saquon in that conversation of best running back this year. Because I feel like every week he's scoring touchdowns, plowing people over. Yeah. Chubb's on this.
Why are you being so hard? Why are you being so hard on this game? I don't give a shit. These are two teams that are vying for the division lead, man.
But I feel like both these teams are like, we don't know who they are. I don't think. Again, it's kind of like one of these things. Like, who are the Chargers? I mean, they win one and they lose some, and like they look okay, they look really good. Then the Turds are kind of the same way. Like they lost to the Jets. I mean, then they beat like I don't even know what teams they beat that are really good. But I'm just saying they were in a game and they have Brissett. So I mean, I guess I could give them a little credit. So they're using their backup quarterback, but no. I want the Chargers to be better.
Fair enough.
Chargers, RJLs and points per game, a top 10 offense. I know you probably expect top 5 or 3 or something, but you know they have time to climb up that ranking.
They're gonna get there.
I wouldn't worry about it. And Nick Chubb does have more 10-yard runs than anyone in the NFL, including Saquon Barkley. So he's having himself.
He's having a big old chubbery. Bears Vikings.
It's not the receiver, Saquon.
Right. Bears Vikings this week, or last week, I should say, division rivalry game. Bears literally. The Vikings were like up big. All of a sudden, the Bears came back. Did they take the lead? I think
they did.
Oh my gosh! Again, the Vikings? It wasn't prime time, but Kirk, please. It's like
Bears missed 2 field goals as well.
Right. They make those. Fields is quietly improving. I don't know. I'm still not sold on that guy, Dames. What do you think about the Bears or the Vikes?
The Bears are, I mean, they're in the bottom 5 in teams in the NFL right now.
Right. Yeah.
They have a chance to get to squeak their way out of there, but they're a bottom 5 team right now.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page on that one.
Agree.
For a division game, it wasn't too good. Now, this next game is kind of a stunner, in my opinion. I picked the Lions. Lions Patriots. Wow. And is this the flip? Is this another flip to Belichick's side, or?
Do you remember my comments on this game?
I picked the Patriots.
Defense wins games. That's why I went with the Patriots. And
no, you said something about Belichick will not let Hawkinson do that. And I saw the stat line was like 1 catch, completely took Hawkinson out of the game, just like you said.
Defense, man. Exactly. Pete Carroll watched Hawkinson kill you for a half, and then he did nothing at halftime to adjust for that, and they almost beat us. And so I thought, Belichick's not going to do that. That's the difference between, I mean, they're both probably Hall of Fame coaches, but Carroll.
Defensive lines, yeah.
Difference between the Raiders who let Kelce do it all game, versus Belichick.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there because I got a lot to say about that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Next up, you're up, Dames. Seahawks, Saints.
Another miss for me. A lot of people are blaming the officials. I'm never going to be that guy that does that. I will say that we have the worst defense in the NFL to go with the DVOA's top offense in the NFL. Don't ask me how Pete Carroll has managed to go from the best defense and the worst offense in a matter of 7 years to having it completely switched with no, why can't you just have top 15 of both, please?
No.
And actually
have them both at the same time.
Well, that's hard to do just because of the salary cap and the modern era, but I mean, I'm starting to see that Russell Wilson was a problem. I mean, it's becoming visually obvious to me that the guy can't move the ball and he's a third down nightmare, where Geno's a third down nightmare on the other side. I mean, I think the Seahawks have the best third down percentage in all football, over 70%, something like that. That's ridiculous, dude.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
The question is, will this continue, or this far in the season, is it legit, or do we need more proof? Because I'm having trouble still comprehending if Geno can do that for a full season. It just finally clicked for him, or is he just playing? I don't know.
You know how Hawkinson was a problem for Seattle in Detroit? Taysom Hill had 4 touchdowns. The guy throws the ball 1 out of every 30 times he gets it, and still Pete Carroll can't get the team to understand that if he's back there, he's going to run. And he had a 70-yard touchdown run.
You're just
I'm just watching this. I'm like, why do I know what they're going to do? And you guys have no fucking clue. Come on, Pete, get these guys ready.
Right. Or your players, when he comes into the game, they should all be he's probably running it. Or so let's get him. All the players, what are you doing? You're kind of oh, wait, he ran it? He's going to some big disguise.
It's unbelievable how unprepared the Seahawks defense is for anything, and their inability to adjust in the game. Never seen anything like it on any other team.
Right. Next up, Falcons, Bucs. Tom Brady now goes from the Spygate quarterback to the Deflategate to the fucking kicker. He kicked 2 dudes in this game, didn't get flagged for either one. Twice in one game, and he gets the penalty for roughing the passer on him. It's interesting. Again, the conspiracies, all that, blah, 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 right? Exactly. But here's the goat laying on the ground. Oh, I got hurt, or he jumped on me, and they just throw the flag because he just bitches enough to finally throw the flag. They're just tired of him bitching, I think. Ugh.
Do you not like Tom Brady? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this guy. He's single now, so.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's single now. So any ladies down there, comment. Maybe we can hook up you and Tom Brady and go on a little date. Probably won't like you, though.
I want to say that was taking a sack away from a guy when your team is down 6. You get a sack on 3rd and 5 to get the ball back. Not like your offense is probably going to go down on the Bucs defense and win the game, but god damn it, you got a chance. 6 points down, you're getting the ball back, and you just stop the go. And they throw one of the worst flags for roughing the passer I've ever seen in my life. I agree with Jails. I like Tom Brady because the Giants beat him twice, and he's real good, so it makes us look that much better. But dude, you can't say the officials don't change games when you watch that. Sick.
Yeah, right there. There it is, dude.
He's probably talking about the Giants. He's probably talking about the Giants right there.
I'm sure he is. I mean, it's a 1 in 2 chance that probably like a 9 in 10 chance that he's talking about the Giants. Anyway, moving on. Next game. The Titans at the stupidest name in the league and all sports, dumb Commanders. I feel like we all picked the Titans. We're all like, this is going to be dumb. Carson Wentz sucks. Now his coach is calling him out. If you guys heard something about that, Rivera said something about the quarterback. Oh my God. I'm like, talk about a nightmare.
Dude, this team is way better than this record shows. Their coach is amazing. Their defensive should be amazing. On paper, it's amazing. And why can't they put it together and get some wins, man? Like, these are winnable games.
Wins.
I mean, maybe it is.
I feel like he got paid and he's good enough to be in the league, but he doesn't study. It's almost like the Kyler Murray effect where he's so good naturally, like he's literally naturally an NFL quarterback, but then he like 1 or 2 years, he put in some work and he was like dominant. And now he's just like, I got paid, whatever. I can still go out here and throw
when he retires, he's going back to the Dakotas where no one will ever see him again.
Exactly, where everything's way more than it is.
He'll own half the state.
Right.
Very smart man, Carson, but you suck, dude.
Yep. Yep.
Fuck you, Wentz.
Texans, Jags. This is the flip game, isn't it? You took Lovey's Texans over the Jags, and we were all talking about how Peterson and Lawrence and wow, is this Jaguar team finally for real? They have 58 first rounders. They should be good. Blah 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 blah. Here on NFHell, I can't imagine being a Jaguars fan right now. Talk about a roller coaster of a ride, Dylan. Like up and down, up and down.
Well, what you got to do, Jills, is you got to feel it. You got to feel when the victories are coming, and sometimes you just know. I mean, sometimes you just have this feeling that if you go against the other two guys, you might end up victorious. All right.
Yeah. Jas, what do you think about that game? Were you also like, are you like WTF in this or what?
I mean, it's my new Colts now. I'm not going to pick the Jaguars. So when it gets the Colts, they win because I'm like, I can't pick them anymore. Jaguars, I'm at the point I can't pick them anymore. I have to watch this guy on my fantasy team score 30 points 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, he made the leap. Hallelujah. In a 2-quarterback league. Yes, one of the 2 young guys I picked, and then a 9 burger and like a 11 burger or something, small kids burgers.
Not a 40 burger.
So yeah, I'm done. No more T-Law.
All right. Yep. Let's move on. We can talk about him in the upcoming games. Niners, Panthers. I feel like, again, this was an easy pick. I tell you what, this is some of the games where we're like, this will be too easy. Baker looked like a pile of shit. Now he's out. Sprained ankle. 49ers just easily won the game. I feel like they just handled the game the whole time. What do you think, Jess? That's what you're saying too.
Number one defense in the NFL is the 49ers right now. Under, I believe, 10 points a game or something crazy like that. So they're hard to pick against, especially when with the competition. Only a few teams that can probably pick over them.
Got Garoppolo coming in now again, managing the game. And he's a little better than a manager, I would say. Not much, but he's a little better than a manager. Cowboys, Rams. I hate the fucking Cowboys, man. What is going on with this kid? And now when Dak comes back, who's starting?
Why would you start Dak?
That's what I say. No, I'm with you. Like, why? Keep this guy rolling.
Just say he needs more time to heal.
Yep. I don't care. You want wins or more money?
People aren't going to show up if you. Well, they will because they're stupid idiot Cowboys fans. But
yeah.
Thank you. Yes. See the big picture. Dak is our quarterback.
I know that you don't lose your job to injury, and I'm not saying that he should lose his job. But why would you take a guy out that's never fucking lost a game? That's just dumb.
Yep.
I agree, but they're going to play it slow, like you said. He's just starting to either grip a ball or maybe start throwing like 5-yard passes. So they're gonna Yeah, if they're smart, they'll let him go until he at least loses one game. But
Right.
Jerry's world, they're all just living in it. So
Dude, just imagine this. If he starts Dak and they lose, the crowd's going to be like, what the fuck? You wait till the guy loses, then you make the change. No one asks any
Agreed.
questions.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Drop the mic, bro. Eagles, Cardinals. Wow, this was a really close game. Eagles, I think, had the ball late. They did some dumb stuff. Yeah, like this was a good game. I don't feel like the Eagles didn't dominate or anything, but they did find a way to win. And I feel like that's what championship teams do. And I feel like the Eagles could make a run this year. They're just
Who's going to beat these guys? The Giants? Can't wait for that game. Can't wait
Yeah.
for the game.
Yeah.
there's a lot of teams that'll beat the Eagles. You guys have to remember, like, I think somebody started 5-0 last year, the Dolphins, and all of a sudden they were great. And then what, they lose 5, 7, 8 games in a row. Let's give it a little time.
But I mean, why would
And
yeah.
the Cardinals missed the field goal, I believe, to send that to overtime, if I remember right.
But
So
also, Philly's got Dallas this week. So, woo, woo!
I need the undefeated rush to keep it up. I'd like him to knock them down one, so we're all trying to be tied again.
Next
game.
Next.
Bengals, Ravens. Dude.
You guys both picked the Bengals.
We did.
I did not.
No, I picked the Ravens.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I picked the Bunks. I picked the Bungles, guys.
I did. I picked Ravens. I picked Lamar. I just feel like, once again, he's in the game. They're always going to be, man, unless there's not many teams that I'm going to pick over the Ravens, especially in their schedule, especially with Lamar at quarterback. Harbaugh and Lamar, it's going to be tough to beat down the stretch. I feel like they're kind of
this week.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. Gee, I wonder who they play. Dames, do you have any idea who the Giants are playing this week?
Yeah, could it be the Baltimore Ravens?
Oh, yes.
They got a long trip. To Jersey. All right, sorry.
It's all good, man. Last game, a couple nights ago, Raiders Chiefs. We already talked a little bit about the Devante Adams shove, but Dave, we're gonna start with you on this one. Let's hear it. We know what you got to say. We know.
Here's my comment. There's so much whining about the league, about officiating, and I get it. But here's a goddamn thing. If you're gonna have replay review in the game, make it available for everything. You still get the same amount of challenges. Who the fuck cares if just make it for everything?
Yep. I'm with you.
Like what are you doing?
Yeah,
what the fuck does that mean? That means that you can get away with it and not have any repercussions. I did feel like they tried to make a couple makeup calls, but that doesn't matter because that fucking thing right before halftime cost them the game, dude. And there was another one later on. Like, there's just some of these holding calls that I saw this weekend. It's like, man, that happens on every play, and you're calling it now when there's a 40-yard run to negate. Fuck you.
Yeah, on the other side of the line.
Like,
on the other side of the line.
That's how that game pissed me off so much, dude.
Right. Yeah. We had a lot of Raider fans texting, man. They were.
And I will say this. I also want to say this. Travis Kelce is the best player in the NFL. Period. He's not only the best team on the Chiefs team. There's no player as dominant at their position as he is at his. And you can try and talk me out of that, but it ain't gonna work.
I mean, the one guy I would think of is the guy throwing him the ball. Because that guy can make a sidearm throw. I'm a Patty McCombs guy. Mahomes.
I mean, you gotta mention Aaron Donald, Josh Allen, and some old linemen no one ever talks about probably, and Saquon Barkley, of course, and there's some guy making the leap this year that we'll talk about later. But
you keep mentioning. I fucking hate the Chiefs, and I fucking hate Travis Kelce's dumb face and his stupid TV show. But it's real, dude. It's real. He's the best. He's the fucking best. Like, everyone's
I'll
like,
put him in the
Balls
top.
is better. And I'm like, dude, you just told me that this guy's the first guy that ever had 4 touchdowns in a game as a tight end. And you're going to sit here and tell me that Tony Gonzalez, yes, Tony Gonzalez's numbers astronomical. Health pending. Kelce stays in the game, he's going to break every one of those records.
True.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not arguing. He's obviously he's in a class of his own in the tight ends and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I'd put him. I'll have a list maybe next week, but top 10, I'd say for sure. But
Okay, one
tight end
final
just
thought on this game. When Seattle plays the Chiefs, he'll have 5 touchdowns because Pete Carroll will have no fucking clue that he's on the field.
All right, let's move on. Week 6.
New games. All right.
New games. Here we go. NFHell Week 6. We'll get our picks going. Start with the stupidest name in all of sports.
The Bears.
Yeah. You're really naming your team after a fucking wild animal. Commanders Bears. Jas, what do you got in this one?
Bears. I can't pick the Commanders against pretty much anyone if I'm picking the Bears. So you suck that bad. The Bears.
Dames, I'm going same as Jas. I think, oh, look at this guy. The Bears.
The Bears.
It's unanimous. Polish sausage. I mean, the thing is Fields is still a pile. I don't really see him doing a whole lot. But again, the Wentz, it's the Wentz factor.
You guys actually talked me out of picking Wentz because I was thinking, man, Ron Rivera is too good of a coach to like. This is a trap game for the Bears, and I won't be surprised if Washington pulls it off. But I gotta go with the Bears because they at least
it's in Chicago. It's in Chicago.
They at least look competent, and even trying to come back this week. So
yeah,
whatever.
All right, game 2, going up to Lambeau. I'll be at the game again this week. Back-to-back weeks. Jets at Pack. 2 things. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers coming off a loss at home. That sucks. And so in one regard, when the Giants won, I was like, son of a bitch. The Jets play him next week. That's number 1. Number 2, maybe he has a little jet lag coming back from overseas. And maybe the Packers aren't that good. The Jets secondary has been playing really well. Sauce and DJ Reed are the top 2 corners in the league. Carl Lawson has the most quarterback pressures in the league right now. So our defense is getting after the quarterback. Our corners are shutting down receivers. And Zach attack. Breece Hall, running game, 5 rushing touchdowns. Kidding me? 40 points. It's the most points the Jets have scored in a game. Going into Lambeau. They're on a high. Let's go. I'm taking Jets. Jets. Let's go. Come on. Who's going with me? Who's coming with? Jas, you coming with, bro?
I'm coming with you, bro. I saw what we did to Green Bay, and I agree. They don't have the weapons to do anything. Like their Sauce is gonna dominate Lazard or Dobbs or whoever they put him on. And the next guy is Lazard or Dobbs is the problem for the Packers. And I mean, I'm only a little concerned about your run defense. Better shore that up or, it's going to be close, but I like to think it's 2022 and weird shit's happen all the time. Why not the Packers lose to both New York teams back-to-back weeks and let the drama fly in the media and watch what happens. James.
So let me get this straight. The Jets go and they beat the Miami Dolphins' 3rd string quarterback. And the Giants pull off a miracle in London because Aaron Rodgers couldn't, he's jet lagged or whatever. I'm so glad that both of you guys picked the Jets because that makes you a bunch of suckers. All right? You guys are suckers. I fucking hate the Packers. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers. I actually like the Jets because I like my friend Jails. But you guys are out of your fucking mind.
Hey, I've been watching every game on the
No way.
side. I've been watching every game. They look good, man. Brees Hall. Watch out for Brees
Lambeau
Hall.
Field.
Who
I know,
cares?
and I'm going to
Rodgers
be
is
wearing
not
this.
third
I'm
string
literally
quarterback.
wearing this.
Aaron
You'll
Rodgers is
see
not a
me.
third string quarterback. You're out of your minds. I'm
Pack-
taking Green Bay.
Packers defense is the Packers defense isn't that good, man.
All right. We all knew who we're picking. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. That was only the second game of the week, so we probably got to get moving on here. Dames, you're starting this one. 49ers Falcons.
What?
You're starting this one, bro.
I got the Falcons are hapless. The 49ers are good. I don't know what else is, I mean, it's in San Francisco. I just don't see anything about this game that says that Atlanta could pull it out. I mean, like I said, they score points. San Francisco does not give up points. They're not going to even get 10 points.
No. I'm down with you on that one. I'm down to clown on the Niners all day long. Easy game. We can go short on this one since we went long on the last one. Jas?
Falcons, get Kyle Pitts involved. That's all I got. 49ers win this easily.
Yep. All right. Patriots, Browns. Oh, it hurts me. And I'll start this one off. It hurts me. But now watching Belichick last week against the Lions, I feel like his team is maybe starting to get his concepts on defense and offense. And they're just going to start probably winning these close games because the Browns are one of those teams they should beat now. I think they should beat them, even though it's in Cleveland. He's going to have some scheme to shut down Chubb. He's just going to say, here we go. Brissett beat us. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because once you take Chubb out, what do they got? Nothing. They got nothing. That's the answer. Jas, what do you think?
I have on my pre-week 6 picks. I have the Browns over the Patriots. Now that you say all that,
let me sway you to the dark side.
I'm hoping that game is in Cleveland. Must be the only way I pick that.
It is.
I'll stick with it. I think they can still run on them.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it very highly, but we'll see.
The Brownies. All right. 1v1, bro. Who you got, Dames?
All right. Here's why I'm going
James?
to pick Cleveland. You know what I said and how much respect I have for Belichick and how his adjustment. He was able to watch Seattle and Detroit and come up with a plan based on that game. The Browns have not given him any pathway to beat him. I mean, they're a different team every time out. So I just think he'll make in-game adjustments, but I just don't think that he has the offensive power to keep up with the Browns in this one.
Wow. You know what's awesome? When we get to when the Jets play the Patriots next week, you guys pretty much have to pick the Jets because we beat the Browns. Just saying.
Don't do that. Don't do stupid shit like that.
Oh, I'm doing that right now. Jags Colts next up.
Pick whoever we want.
Yeah, you can. Jags Colts. This is one of those games again. And now this game sucks to pick. I basically, this is one I'm going to flip a coin. I'm taking Colts at home. I feel like the Jags, they let me down and I'm kind of pissed. And then the Colts, I listened to Matt Ryan. I heard his little post-game speech. It's all like believing in each other and finding a way to win. They found a way to win. And I feel like that's just going to help them become a better team. Let's not forget how good the Colts were supposed to be coming into the season. It's still early. They're learning new stuff. They got a win that they needed. I'm taking them at home. The crowd's going to be amped up. They need this one. Dames, you're higing me.
The Clots. Okay, the Clots. Yes, they succeeded in Denver. Did you watch the game by chance? Because they're awful. It's a miracle that they walked out of Denver with a win. Actually, the fans started leaving in regulation because the Broncos literally took the victory out of their own hands. All they had to do was kick a field goal and go up 6, knowing that in 2 minutes time, there was no way that they were going to give up a touchdown.
Matt Ryan can throw it 30 yards.
No way.
No.
They and their fans were not. They were like, all right, if you are going to make us lose, we're not even going to stay around for overtime because it's going to be more of the same. And it was.
And it was.
And the Colts are terrible. The Jacksonville Jaguars are still on the rise, even though they lost to Houston. Houston was due. Houston was due. I knew it. I knew it. I mean, I'm not the whole world didn't know it, but I mean, if they would have watched the show, they would have known.
Yeah, they would have. Jas, what do you think?
Yeah, this is easy. This is not even this is so easy, Jacksonville.
Colts over Jags. I told you 2 weeks ago I would have never picked the Colts. Now this week I'm never picking the Jags, so I got to go back to the Colts. Flip a coin because the Jags already beat the Colts, so I think it's hard to beat a team twice. It's at home for Indy, and they got to feel good from last week. So yeah, we'll ride with the Colts. We'll ride.
Oh, let's ride. Vikings, Dolphins. Vikes at Dolphins. This one I think is with their third stringer there. I feel like the Vikings have to win this one. You can't beat a team. I mean, the Jets just destroyed this team with this guy starting. Yeah, he has a little preparation, but I'm just letting you know right now. It's highly doubtful he goes from that to something where they can beat the Vikings. So I'm going Vikings on the road. I think I saw Tyreek Hill in a boot at the end of the Jets game because Quinnen bitched his ass after that fumble recovery. Go watch that on the tubes of you. Post down below. What do you think of that stiff arm? Anyway, what do you got, Jas?
Well, my brethren.
Vikes or Dolphs?
Who did I have to begin with? Yes. I kind of like that quarterback, like the first throw or something like that. Or, he might have had like a few good plays in a row. And I was like, wow, he might surprise some people. Maybe he's better than Teddy. And then the rest of the game happened. Vikings over Dolphins. They're going to be lucky to win without Tua. I agree.
Dames. Well,
Minnesota, easy call.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll let you start this one. Bengals Saints. What do you think on that? Bengals Saints.
You know what? I'm not. Again, if the Bengals want to win this game, all they have to do is watch Seattle play from last week, and they'll say, "Oh, this is what they're doing when that happens." Well, they'll need to find a way to stop it, and they will. So I got Cincinnati over New Orleans. I don't care that it's in the Big Easy. Geno Smith almost beat them down there. They're giving up a lot of points, even though they have a really good defense. So,
yeah,
I just feel like Cincinnati off the schneid this week.
Yeah, I'm going with you on that too. I think Cincinnati needs to get off it. Yeah, Burrow. They played well. They still played well. They almost won. They just made a few mistakes this week. Again, I'm with you on that. I think the Bengals win just because, the Saints D is good, but they're going to be on the field all game because the Saints offense, I don't really feel like it's going to do much. So I'm going Saints as well. Jas.
I agree with both of you.
Or I'm going Bengals. Bengals.
Yes, Bengals. I agree with both of you on the Bengals. I believe if they were to lose this game, then they're going to be my team next week. But I don't care who they play. I'm just done picking them. So Bengals, I've picked you quite a few times, and I think you've lost 2 or 3 already. Let's get it together. Let's get it together.
All right, next game. Jas, you're up. The reason I'm moving around is because I'm going to let you pick, but I think I'm going to switch my pick here on this game before you or as you get going. So obviously, we pretty much probably all know who you're taking. Ravens at Giants. Go ahead, give us the lowdown.
All right, first I'd like to give a shout out to Ernie for getting me this hat for my birthday. Thanks, bud. Looks good. It's a good hat from a good team. Giants over Ravens. I got a couple reasons, and one of them I want to talk about Dexter Lawrence, young interior D lineman. He's having a year. He's having a year, and by the end of the year, everyone's going to know his name, Sexy Dexy. Watch out for the big fella. He's going to crush Lamar. And Kayvon Thibodeau has been so close so many times. He's going to get his first sack. Just like Sauce got his first pick last week. It's time for Kayvon to get that first sack. Hopefully it's a forced fumble. I mean, I could probably have a whole show about this, but my defense is kind of the story right now. Offense, give it to Saquon. fake it once in a while and run with dimes. Just athletic enough to go get 6, 8, 10 yards and, keep the defense guessing so they can't stack Saquon all day long.
Right.
Giants at home.
All right. And you know what? I was taking Ravens. Then when you flipped over the Jets, I was like, you know what? I'm also going to take the Giants. You're right. And here's the reason why, though, that I'm going to take the Giants is because watch the film, the Jets against the Ravens. Lamar and Mark Andrews, 1 catch I think he had. Put your best corner on their tight end, make their receivers beat you, spy the quarterback, and don't let him beat you. It's literally what you do. Now, obviously, you have to have the players to do it, or it would be so easy everyone would do it. But I think the Giants' defense, like you said, has been playing lights out. That is the strength of your team. Run the ball, play good D. Double ball, that's his day balls. That's his motto right there. Run the ball, play good defense. That's won championships throughout the history of football. Giants, Ravens. I'm taking G-Men at home. Dames Marvs.
All right. So yeah, I hate to do this to you, but earlier in this exact show, you're like, oh, Baltimore's gonna be hard to beat moving down. And he goes and fucking does something stupid like this. And
again.
Gives me the victory. I'm gonna tell you this, Jess.
Keep doubting me, Dames. I love it.
If the Giants pull this game off, I'll have to pick them moving forward because Baltimore's a better team. They should win this game by all stretches. They do spend the least amount of money in the NFL on wide receivers. So I do agree. Cover their tight ends, and you may have a shot at this game because they ain't got a whole lot going on with wide receiver. But the bad news is they got legs on their QB who could easily put up as many yards as Saquon. I mean,
touche.
He's done it. He's had 100-yard games rushing as a quarterback. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go with my gut again. If the Giants win, I'll be happy.
Yeah, right.
Other than the fact that I blew the pick, but I mean,
it's top
going Giants gives me an opportunity to jump up a game on you, and I can't not
top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Yeah, it should be a good one. Should be a good one.
Right. I mean, welcome to your NFHell, where 1 year you think we all know. Anybody who watches this show knows their team's been through NFL most likely once or twice, unless you're.
Yeah, but I feel like Jas feels like every year they're going to go 17-0, and then this year he just happens to be
doing well.
Doing well.
Doing well.
13 and 13 wins or more. Yeah, I expect that. we didn't even win that many games when we went to the playoffs.
I said Seattle go 1-16 this year. Here we are.
All right, moving on. Bucs at Steelers. I'll start this one off. Tom Brady, the GOAT, on the road against a Steelers team that's trying to find anything, grasp any straws. Their offense can't do anything. And again, with this team, the Bucs, their defense is also the strength. So they're going to dominate that rookie quarterback. I see the Bucs controlling the game. Tom Brady's smart. They kind of need a bounce back game where they look really good because they felt like they were a little down against the Falcons. So they're going to come back ready to roll in this one. I'm saying Bucs big. Dames, who do you got in this one?
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Wrong sport. Oh,
I mean Buccaneers.
Oh.
Buccaneers all day long. Buccaneers.
2 for 2 on the box. Jas, what are you doing here, bro? You going with us, or you going to do the old reverse card?
I saw Mike Tomlin say today that young quarterback is ascending. And I thought to myself, he must have been in Death Valley or whatever the deepest valley on the planet is, because he's got a long ways to go to get out to the light. They can't win. They won't win. Bucs defense is too strong. Next.
All right, Panthers Rams. I think this is kind of one of those games as well. I'm highly unlikely the Rams lose 2 in a row. It's at LA. The Baker Mayfield's out. They fired their head coach. So, I mean, they're just lost. The Panthers are lost. I think the Rams win big at home. They rebounded off that game. And the Panthers are looking for the number 1 pick. I've heard they might be trading Christian McCaffrey. One of the suitors, the Bills. Keep that in mind.
Wow, that's game.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be-
that's what I said. Championship, Jas. What do you
How
got?
about Seattle?
Yeah. Once in a while, a team rallies behind an interim head coach. This is not one of those times.
No, it's not. Dame, same sentiment, or what do we got here? Are you no way you're flipping the coin on this one? No
sorry.
way.
Well, honestly, to me, the Rams are the Carolina Panthers right now. They're about the same level. I mean, they look bad. The Rams look bad. But I can't. I mean, I can't pick against them, especially. I can't even believe I said this, especially with Baker Mayfield not in the equation. They just don't even have a shot, really. And we should have mentioned at the top of the show that Matt Rule was fired, but
Who is the coach? Does anyone know?
Interim. I don't know the interim. I can't remember because they also fired
Does anyone?
the coordinator too. I think, right?
Do we know who their quarterback is?
No, Sam Darnold's
Darnold's still not, right? Yeah, that's gonna be ugly.
Darnold could have had another chance. My boy, I like that guy. All right, think we all got that. All right, Dames, you're up on this one. Cardinals at your Hawks. 12th man's going to be ready to go. You're playing well enough. What do you think? You thinking you can pull this one out?
I don't feel good about it, Jills, but I'm not going to pick against the Seahawks. I do think our defense is going to be a problem, especially with Kyler Murray being as mobile as he is. But he's also short. He is basically Russell Wilson 2.0. And maybe he's problematic as well. So I think Gino is going to be able to move the ball up and down the field on our defense. With the crowd behind us, we got a shot. I did pick as Arizona to be the division winner beginning of the season, but I think San Fran's, once Jimmy G came in, they're probably going to be very tough to beat moving forward.
Right. Yep. All right. You got your Hawks. Jas, who are you taking in that game?
So I'm going to try to get one back on Dames. I gotta see it a couple more times from Gino to understand. Like he just.
I'm going to call you out right now. You always yell at me for not picking the Giants. You haven't picked the Seahawks one fucking time this year. All right.
It's Gino, man.
No, and then you say that shit, and then Gino goes out and has like 4 awesome games in a row. He is not the problem. Why are you? Why is it Gino that's making you not make the pick? Can it be Carroll's defense? Can it be that?
It doesn't help. Yeah, it doesn't help that they can't stop anybody.
You don't trust Gino to have to score 50 points a game to win a fucking game because the defense is terrible. I don't either. I don't trust Gino to have to score 50 points a game either. But Jesus, you're being way too hard on the Gino.
You're right. It was probably more McAdoo's fault than Gino's. Okay, sorry, Gino, but I'm still not fucking picking you because your defense sucks. You're right.
I'm going with Jas on this one. I like the Seahawks. I mean, I think it's a fun story, but again, I'm still like, I'm not buying. I don't like Gino, so there's that, because he was a douche for the Jets and he got punched in the face because he didn't pay a guy back $400 or some shit like that, and then he also threw a ball not out of bounds. He just ran out. There's some dumb things. Has he grown up? Is he a better player? Yes. I still think I'm with. I mean, Dames kind of even said it too. Their defense, Seahawks defense, sucks. I think Kyler's going to have his way with them, and their defense can get some stops on the Seahawks, because now your boys out at running back. It's going to be a little different story. They're going to load up the box and make Gino beat you.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with you guys picking against Seattle. It's just like, I'm not sold on Gino. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
He's had 3 good games. He's had 3 good games in his career.
Hey, listen to this. Okay, if your defense is so bad, that means you're giving up so many points. That means that you're behind. That means he's getting a lot of garbage time yardage, by the way, because they go back in their umbrella and they're like, we're up 40-20. Let's just let him chuck it down the field.
But if you
there's
watch
some
the
padded.
games,
There's some Gino.
If you watch the games, he's starting off the games, scoring drive, continuous. I mean, you can say that, but this is not a lot of garbage time. I mean, this is like, he legit drives the offense from the beginning of the game to the end.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey, they win this one, you know. Maybe I'll.
Well, we'll consider. We'll consider.
Here's the deal: the Seahawks win this one. I'm jumping on the Geno bandwagon. I'm on it. I'm picking them next week. Who do they got? I don't even. We'll get there next week.
I don't even want to look.
Call me out on it.
Niners
If
probably.
I don't do it. All right. This is probably the game of the week. Most people are excited to see. Bills Chiefs in Kansas City. I'm going to start this one off because this was one of the best probably football games that most people alive have ever seen. Was last year in the playoffs. That game was incredible. You know, obviously there's a few other ones if you're a Giants fan. Oh my goodness. Anyway, insanity ensued. You thought the Bills won, you thought the Chiefs won, you thought the Bills won, you thought the Chiefs won, you thought the Bills won, and then oh my God, the Chiefs won. It was like insanity. I think it's a lot of the same. I think the Bills defense is a little better this year, though. I'm going to take the Bills winning this one because I do think they outplayed the Chiefs last year in the playoffs. They just got beat. So I think they're better this year. They win. They go into Kansas City, beat my boy Patty McHomey. I think the Bills win a tough one on the road. Kind of show their back to what their form was at the beginning. Dames?
Well, to me, you got hot wings from Buffalo versus barbecue in Kansas City. You have arguably the two best players in the NFL on the field at the same time.
Mahomes and Allen.
With a special mention of Patrick Mahomes being at least top 20. But it's the battle of the meats, bro. And I got to go barbecue on this one.
Whoa. You're going with the chefs, huh?
Oh, that's a good look.
Chefs. Jas, who you going with? We got a split here. Who we go?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they actually changed an NFL rule because of that game. Because the Bills didn't even get a chance in overtime to keep going and show that they could have done that. They changed the rule. I mean, it was a great game.
Right.
I'm picking the Chiefs at home.
Smart man.
I can gain a game. Sweet, guys. Thanks. All right. Next up, Sunday Night Football. We'll let Jas start off this one because it's a division game, big game. This is that whole rush, hurry to Hurts. Cowboys at Eagles, a huge NFC East matchup, Sunday Night Football. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good game.
I'm going to tune in and watch this one because A, they are in my division, but B, because they are the two competitors in my division. It's a 3-team division, literally. And we want to see Cowboys win so they both have one loss, is what I want to see. I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm kind of happy to pick, not happy, but I'm going to pick the Eagles in this one because if they lose, I'll still be happy. It's one of those where I think they're going to win, want the Cowboys to win. Cowboys, your defense is good. Get the pressure on him, maybe expose Hurts a little. I have to pick the fucking Eagles, man.
Hit the fucking Eagles, man. Dames, who you taking?
The Eagles are going to lose this year. If this game was in Dallas, I'd be going with Cooper Rush for his 6th straight undefeated streak. But man, this game's in Philly. That's a tough place to play. I think his world was about to get rocked. I do think it'll be a close game. But I just think Philly's better in all aspects of the game. So there's no reason they should not win.
All right, I'm going to make it the trifecta. I'm also going with the green, going with the Eagles. I'm kind of with you guys. I think like at some point he's going to lose a game. It's not like he's winning the game. Their defense was playing well. They make some plays here and there on offense. It's not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's so good that they're winning with. It's like, well, when they start playing some tough games, let's see. Right. So I'm going to say Eagles at home, Sunday Night Football. That place is going to be rocking. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. It's going to be super, super good. You got something else to add to this, Dames, Mars?
I just had a thought.
Let's hear it.
A streak is coming to an end. Either the Eagles or Cooper Rush. And I'm making a switch. I'm going for the Cowboys, my The Cowboys are going to win again.
The switch.
I was wondering if you were going to switch it up this week.
Woo! It's a
Woo! Woo!
It's locked.
All right.
Holy shit!
This
I
was
can't
true.
believe that just happened.
Can't believe that just happened. You okay? You feeling okay? Get lightheaded?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay. All right, last week, last pick of NFHell Week 6. We want to thank all of you guys for sticking around, listen to us ramble on. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down there. Come on, let's get some competitors, right? We want some competitors in there. Tell Jas how much, the Giants, come on. Jets, Seahawks, we want to hear about it.
Sponsor this week?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
It's the Dames Mom Show.
Oh,
2023. Oh, baby, I can't wait. It's going to be so fucking good.
I've heard really good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good, man.
I hear it's going to be good. 2023. Look for that launch of the Dames Mars Show starring
Get that.
yours truly, Dames Mars. I'm like, I did it right, guys. I did it. 6 weeks
right
in. I finally did it. 6 weeks in. Last game of the week, NFL Broncos at Chargers, a nice AFC West game to end the night. Again, Russell Wilson on prime time. He should be ready to go.
Dude,
Here's the thing.
fucking 4 out of 5 games he's had prime time.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that guy. I love that he's failing on a national stage. I love it.
Right. And you know what? I'm thinking I'm just gonna add to this because you're probably doing the same as me. I'm taking Chargers at home. Herbie's gonna be all night long. Monday night, show the world how good he is because he's a stud. Okay, they're on prime time. I'm telling you, Russ. Yeah, I had a little faith in him. I think they're going backwards. They're getting worse. I think as the year goes on because everybody's not like who wants to play for that guy, prima donna guy, like who talks smack black, and then no, doesn't do it. Dames, you taking the same as me, bro?
You know it. Chargers, bye by 20.
Let's ride off into the sunset. Jas, you going with us? You going with the trifecta?
You know I am. There's no way we can pick. There's no way you can pick. You can pick them right now, the Broncos. Like, makes me kind of question how the Seahawks were winning games and stuff all those years if Russell Wilson's so bad now. It's
I think
how quick the narrative changes. Chargers, and don't forget Austin Eckler. Like we talk about Herbert every week, but Eckler's a solid piece that scores touchdowns. I think he scored 19 or 20 last year, and he's putting them in again. So watch out for Austin Eckler.
All right, trifecta with the Chargers. Again, thank you. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same NFL channel.
One more thing I want to bring up.
What?
The Dames Mom Show! Woo!
Woo! Peace, deuce, out.
Don't forget to speak your piece in the comments section. Also, like and subscribe to Lock 22 Productions, and thank you for listening to NFHell.